11 pins. He was a champion at Northwestern, second at his home tournament, and was a state qualifier a year ago.
Rosinski has had some success this year. He was first at Plymouth, second at Firelands, and he was a district qualifier in 2013 as a freshman.
Mast has the experience advantage as a senior. And they go out of bounds. They reset. We can't see a clock in front of us, so we're going to be kind of guessing at that. Both wrestlers tying up, not really committing to an offensive attack at this point. Mastin on a nice single leg. Switches to a double. And some funk by Rosinski to get through. And he gets the two. Mast tried to kind of funk out of that, and Rosinski just sucked him right back to his back, and he got back points. Did he get 2 or 3? 3. All right, so we go to the second period with Rosinski holding a 5-0 lead over Mast. Rosinski gets his choice to begin the second period. He chooses neutral. Both wrestlers will start from their feet. Mast, so far, the only one who has successfully got in on a leg. So it'll be interesting to see how this ends up. Mast fighting for wrist control. Then they back out.
I keep looking at the opposite mat's scoreboard.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to give you the score of the Harvey Kirtland match probably 100 times here.
Mast trying to get a Russian a couple times, doing half shots around, but not really much committing to a shot. Mast in a front head position, trying to spin around, but Rosinski's fighting him off really nice. He's holding that arm, and they reset in the center with a stalemate call. Oh, Mastin with a nice low single to begin that reset. Mast trying to move up. He's got his head on the outside. That's a big no-no in wrestling, but he might be able to recover. Rosinski with some really crafty defense, though.
We're under 20 seconds here, 6-6.
And they stalemate again. 6-6 is a team score, right? It's 5-0 for the match. And then it's all right. All right, so now I believe Mast had a bloody nose, so they're going to stop the action for blood time to clean it up. Okay, so Rosinski got 2 back points when he had sucked him back to his back. So it's a 4-0 lead from Rosinski. In the second period, Rosinski from Independence. That's Matt Rosinski. His brother Nick Rosinski will be wrestling at 145 pounds later on in this duel. So they reset in the center, both on their feet. Matt Rosinski of Independence leads 4-0 in the second period over Ian Mast of Cardinal. Mast, again, ranked 12th in the state. And he gets in on a deep double leg attempt, working to put him to his back. Rosinski with some very crafty defense again, and the cradle for Mast.
Got the 2.
He got the takedown. He was looking for more, but he ended up getting the 2. And we'll start the third period. It is 4-2 in favor of Matt Rosinski of Independence. Mast gets his choice. He chooses the bottom position. Assuming he escapes, that will cut Rosinski's lead to 4-3. But Rosinski's going to ride tough on top. Mast gets away, but he doesn't get his 1. Instead, he goes right for the leg, getting a reversal. But will he get it? Oh, he might. Mast trying to step over the near leg and put him right on his back. Again, really nice defense by Rosinski.
I don't know if you can see it at home, but Ian Mast with the black eye on the left eye. That's from a souvenir from the Northwestern tournament last
weekend. Mast trying to lock up a near side cradle, but Rosinski pulling in that leg, and he actually, wow. Rosinski actually gets the 2. Wait, the ref just called the reversal, but Rosinski was on top.
Unless he gave Mast
the 2, yeah, that's right. All right, so if he had given Mast a 2, that would have made it 4-4. So now it's 6-4 Rosinski, with Rosinski on top. Not much time left for Ian Mast. Okay, it is 6-4. Rosinski on a double. And they go out of bounds. They call a stalling warning on Rosinski because he wasn't advancing his position.
You got 29 seconds left here, so Mast has got to do some work.
Absolutely. He's got to get away, get his 1, and then he's got to score again. Caution on Mast for moving too early. False start. Mast looking for a switch. The switch would be a reversal. It would be 2 points, but Rosinski is tough on the hips. With Rosinski having that leg, I don't think there's any chance Mast can get out of this. And that's a final 6-4, a win for Matt Rosinski of Independence over Ian Mast of Cardinal.
That's a shocking result there. That's a bit of an upset. Great match by Rosinski. Did what he had to do to pull that one out.
Absolutely. And Ian Mast, as we said earlier, he's a senior, 18-2, and ranked 12th in the state. So that's a big win from Rosinski. Only a junior. Now we go to 132 pounds, where we have Alex Nelson of Independence facing Brandon Nykirk of Cardinal. Nelson, a junior, is 14-9. He was 3rd at Hawken, 5th at Plymouth, and 3rd at Firelands. And Nykirk immediately with a takedown. 2-0 lead for the Cardinal wrestler. He's on top with an arm bar and a half. And they go out of bounds.
Yeah, bonus points are going to be essential here for Cardinal now, especially after that loss at 126.
Absolutely.
Independence is out 9-6 right now, so Brandon's got to be thinking pin or tech fall at the minimum.
Absolutely. And Nykirk has come out very aggressive. So, and he's looking to turn him with the armbar right here. Armbar and a half, switch to armbar and a far wrist. Stepping over the head, and now he's getting near fall count. And there's the pin.
We won't have a time on that. We don't see the scoreboard, but it was early in the first period.
So Brandon Nykirk of Cardinal with a win by pin over Alex Nelson of Independence. In matches that have actually been wrestled in this duel, Independence won 1, Cardinal won 1. So now we go to 138 pounds, where for Independence we have Drew Benos, and for Cardinal we have Craig Shannar. Both wrestlers very active on tie-ups to begin with, neither committing on a shot. And now Shannar commits on a shot. It's an outside single, switches to a double, takes it right down to his back. Nice roll-through counter by Benos. And they stalemate in the center. Really good flurry caused by the action of Shannar. Shannar again on a shot. He's too far away to finish it. Shannar, 9-6 on the year. He's a junior. 8 pins. Was first at his home tournament. 6th at Northwestern. Was a district alternate a year ago. Benos is not on our list, so we don't know his credentials yet.
No, that's him. He was 3rd at Hawken, 5th at Plymouth, and 3rd at Firelands.
Oh, you got it. All right.
Yeah, so he's had some success. Drew Benos is a junior, 14-9. Shannar
again trying a shot, but he was far away. He was not able to convert yet. Right now, Benos in a front head position, looking to throw him by, I believe. But Shannar muscles through.
Right to the back.
A shot.
Ran out of time, but wow, that was big for Cardinal.
2 and 2 near fall. So that makes the score 4-0 in favor of Shannar going into the second period. Shannar defers. Benos chooses the bottom position, so he'll start down second period. Again, Benos in the blue, Shannar in the black. Benos immediately tries for a switch. It gets his hips out, and he's in pretty good position to escape. But Shannar brings him right back to the mat. Shannar, like Nykirk, working the near side armbar.
Again, just to let the folks at home know, we are experiencing internet connection issues here at Cardinal. We're popping in and out, but we are archiving everything to the server, and we'll have that available post-match, so you'll be able to watch everything.
Shannar again on a shot. Benos counters it. Benos now trying for a pancake, but he's a little too spread out. Venice did get an escape. That made it 4-1, still in favor of Shannar. Now he gets a takedown, cuts the lead to 4-3.
Looking for the tilt, and here it comes.
So Shannar, who is currently in the bottom position, with a 4-3 lead, and it's going to be short-lived because there's a pin.
There's the fall
from a stack. It is Drew Benos with a pin of Craig Shannar of Cardinal. Drew Benos from Independence.
And we're going to have back-to-back forfeits at 1:45. It'll be Nick Rosinski. And at 1:52, it'll be Eric Leibel collecting a forfeit for Independence, which will make the score Independence 27, Cardinal 12.
And this duel, team-wise, has just gotten away from the Huskies. But, I mean, you have a very small margin of error when you have so few kids in your lineup, you know? Our next match will be at 160 pounds, where Independence will have Jake Spino. He's a senior, 17-4, was a state qualifier last year. Ranked 6th in the state at 145 pounds. He was the champion at Hawken, champion at Plymouth, MVP at Firelands, and he was 8th at the North Coast Classic. For Cardinal, we'll have to see who they bring out. They have their choice of two wrestlers. They could either choose Kaleo Samir, a senior, 10-6, or Andrew Bolton, a freshman.
And Samir.
It will be Kaleo Samir.
Samir's an interesting story. He's a senior, a move-in from Lakewood. He also has a younger brother that also wrestles for the Huskies. He's a freshman, so you get to see the younger Samir a few more years, but this is Kaleo's only go-around with the Huskies on the mat.
Samir, as I said, 10-6, a senior. He has 6 pins this year. He was 3rd at his home tournament and 6th last week at Northwestern. Spino with a lot of big match experience. He was actually a quarterfinalist at the Medina Invitational, which is one of the best tournaments in the nation.
Yeah, Spino's tough. He's added a lot to his repertoire over the last couple of years, and he's really focused on going down to Columbus again and having a better showing this time around. He's hoping to become Independence's next state champion.
Now, I remember they had a few guys who were close in the 2000s and the 90s. They had a heavyweight. A few years ago, they had a heavyweight who placed pretty high in the state. They had Kit Allega, who was a lightweight, very good, placed high. But I don't remember if they've had a state champ in the last several years, so this would be big for them. They have 2 shots at it, actually, with Spino being ranked in the top 10 at 160 and Paul Deely being ranked 4th at 285. Not a ton of action going on. Both wrestlers. Oh, nice ankle pick by Samir. Spino, really creative defense. Trying to.
In talking with Coach Ziegler from Cardinal, he said Samir's got a lot of talent. He just hasn't been able to put it all together yet. He's got some ability, but his inexperience on the mat has shown at times. And, when the right kid shows up, he can be very successful. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that right now.
And those kind of wrestlers are the ones who break out at the sectional level. They'll come in, place in the top 4. They'll get a district berth. And then who knows what will happen at Garfield Heights. Samir in on another shot, but Spino using a Russian tie to keep him away. Spino not really scoring off that, though, yet. And the first period ends. Spino gets his choice, chooses to defer. Samir chooses neutral. He wants to attack him from the feet, try to get a takedown. He was in deep on a shot earlier. Spino, the aggressor, pushing forward.
Again, Independence is out front in the dual meet. It's 27-12. The Blue Devils will also get a forfeit at 2:20, so you're basically looking at a 33-12 score right now, which means the Huskies are in danger here. They've got to start winning some matches and gaining some bonus points.
Yeah, you got to start winning a lot of matches right here. And Spino again pushes Samir out, really being aggressive with the motion. Samir needs to create an angle by circling. And now he does. That was really nice. He got an outside single, switches to a double, and he almost takes Spino down.
It's a heck of a shot. He's just got to be able to finish that move.
That was a really nice flurry.
I'll tell you what, if Kaleo Samir was supposed to come into this match a little bit intimidated by the returning state qualifier, somebody forgot to tell him, because
Absolutely.
He's taking it right to him.
Absolutely. Could this be a preview of what we could see at Garfield Heights? Possibly.
Yeah, I think you'll see Spino at 152 though in the postseason. So
good point.
I think he just bumped up to help the team out here in a dual meet, but I think he's headed down for 152.
Right. Independence's coaches are goading Spino to blast through him, shoot. He hasn't really committed to very many shots.
Samir just called for stalling right as Spino shot on the leg and picked up the takedown.
When Spino did commit, he got it. I mean, that was nice.
Yeah, it was a fast takedown there. He was quick on the shot. Almost got him right to the back. Now he's working that wrist.
Samir trying a switch. And now he's in a bad way. Spino's got that arm over the back and looking for near fall points. He's getting a count right now. He's got 3. That's 5.
Spino just took control of this match.
Still a very impressive fight by Samir.
Oh, no question. He came out. He's given Cardinal everything he's got.
Again, he's got a circle. He can't keep backing up like that.
Right. And that's something that'll have to come with experience.
Absolutely.
But like I said, that intimidation factor, he's not intimidated at all. He's going right at Spino.
Absolutely.
He's just got to be a little more crisp in his shots. He's got to finish.
Spino, very selective for a reason, because when he did, like I said, when he did go, I mean, he got it. But not exactly.
And to Kaleo Samir's credit, he's not out there wrestling, a new freshman. Jacob Spino has been around the block. He's a returning state qualifier. He's had a heck of a lot of success this season. So, for what Samir's doing out there, you got to give him a lot of credit.
Ranked 6th in the state too is Spino.
There aren't many guys that take Jacob Spino down. So,
absolutely.
Samir coming up short on a takedown attempt, that's nothing new to Jacob Spino.
Absolutely. I tell you what, at the Division III level especially, Jake Spino probably hasn't had very many close matches all year.
Yeah, he came in 17-4, finished 8th at the North Coast tournament. That was a little bit of an anomaly for him. He had a couple rough matches there, came up short end, I think a 1-point loss. And I think he defaulted out of his finals match. So
that's a heavy Division I tournament, though. So
right.
I mean, the kids you're seeing at the district level aren't exactly the same kids that you'd see at that tournament.
Yeah, he finished first at Hawken, first at Firelands, first at Plymouth. He was the MVP out at Firelands, so he's had a lot of success this year. And, like I said, I know he's focused on March and making a long run in Columbus. And, I don't know if he's going to be satisfied unless he's on the top step of the podium, come that last day of the state tournament.
Absolutely. And another very impressive outing he had, maybe the most impressive. At the Medina Invitational, he was a quarterfinalist. He was one match away from placing. So this kid can hang with kids in all divisions. He gets the victory here convincingly, although Samir did give him a tough battle, but Spino really controlled the match at the end. At 170 pounds, Independence has Tanner Haddock. Cardinal, it appears, will bring out Andrew Bolton. Haddock, a senior, 17-9. He was third at Hawken, third at Firelands, fifth at Plymouth, and was a district qualifier in 2013. Bolton is a freshman. A takedown immediately for Haddock from Independence. Haddock leads 2-0 as they reset in the center.
The scoreboard showed 27-16 in Independence's favor, but I think they gave the major decision to Cardinal rather than Independence. It should be 31-12.
So
I'm sure the scoreboard will get that corrected.
Spino's win was by at least 8 points, which constitutes a major decision. Anything between 8 and 14 points margin of victory is a major.
Yeah, we're going to have to try and get this scoreboard issue corrected in between dual matches here. We've got to be able to see the scoreboard. This is kind of hard to do blind.
Absolutely. These wrestlers are really battling it on both sides. Cardinal is coming up on the losing end, but they're really battling.
I want to thank our camera crew here, a couple of Cardinal students, Delaney Leichman, a girls basketball player for the Huskies, and Noah Farmwald, a football player for the Huskies, working our camera today.
And Haddock with a pin from a tilt, or an attempted tilt, and he gets a first period pin over the freshman from Cardinal. At 182 pounds, we'll see Independence's Nick Sia versus Cardinal's Bryn Havel. Sia, a senior, was fourth at Hawken and was a district qualifier in 2013.
Oh, looks like Havel picks up the forfeit.
Oh, all right. So no Nick Sia. I guess it's Sia. And we go to 195 pounds, where Independence will have A.J. Senek and Cardinal will have Devin Drebus. Senek with a takedown, and now he's looking for a cradle right away.
Senek's a returning district qualifier. He was second at Hawken this year, 10th at the North Coast Tournament, second at Plymouth, and took first at Firelands. He's got a 15-7 record as a senior.
Now looking for more back points is Senek, and this match may get out of hand quickly. Drebus, a junior, is 8-11, has 6 pins on the year, was third at his home tournament, and third last week at Northwestern.
More back points.
Senek is really, he really has his A game tonight. put him on his back several times already. And there's the fall. A.J. Senek of Independence pinning Devin Drebus of Cardinal. Now we go to 220 pounds, where Independence's Josh Stasek will take a forfeit. As you see right here, he'll take a forfeit.
And that makes it 49-18 in Independence's favor. And now the match that I've really been looking forward to is this heavyweight duel. You've got Paul Deely from Independence, a senior who is 20-6 this year, returning state qualifier. He's ranked 4th in Division III at 285 pounds, champion of the Hawken and Plymouth tournaments, took 2nd at Firelands, 5th at the North Coast, and 6th at Medina. And then you have Lester Troyer, who came out for wrestling as a junior. He had wrestled in middle school, but took his freshman and sophomore years off. And he's just one of those throwback football players. I really enjoyed watching him. Just one of those guys that played hard, tough, physical. And I'm curious to see how that translates to the mat for him. He has had some early success. He's 8-2 this year with 5 pins. So, he's a quick learner. He's adapted well. But Paul Deely isn't exactly the kind of guy you see on a regular basis.
Absolutely. And Troyer is much in the same situation as another wrestler we'll see later, Kirtland's Dylan Deemer, a football player, very strong, but took some time off of the wrestling mat. If you take time off against Paul Deely, that's probably not going to go well for you.
Wow, interesting over there on mat number 2, 195 pounds, and Kirtland is up over Harvey, 30-29.
Whoa, Lester Troyer in with a really aggressive shot. Deely snaps him down and spins around, gets to 2 points, and I think that's really where Deely has kind of upped his game this year. He's a lot more aggressive, countering shots from the other wrestler, and that's something that he struggled with a little bit last year in the state tournament, where a guy would get in a shot, and it really took a lot of effort for him to fight it off, just to fight off the points. Here he turned it into a takedown himself, and that's something that, with that added to his repertoire, he's going to be a bit tougher to stop in the postseason. Absolutely, and at the heavyweight level, when you can stop a guy's shot and create your own offense, that's essential in winning big matches. Troyer attempts a switch. Deely counters it very nicely.
It's that Anthony Porter over there on mat number 1 for Kirtland. Just picked up the tech fall. So that's going to give Kirtland a 35-29 lead. And they've got 2 matches to go over there. They'll have 220 pounds. It looks like is that Tudelo coming out for Kirtland.
And Deely trying to work the power half on the near side. Now working to get that wrist out, but Troyer's really fighting him off tough. And Deely switched sides at the end, but time ran out.
Well, I'll tell you what, that heavyweight match over there is going to be a battle with Deemer and the kid from Harvey. I know he won the Cardinal tournament. So
he's a big kid.
Yeah, he's a big kid. Derek McGarvey, he's 19-9. So that's going to be interesting because that could decide the match here depending on what happens at 220. Kirtland's up 6 right now, 35-29. So if Tudelo can win or not get pinned, it'll make that heavyweight match pretty interesting.
Absolutely. Both wrestlers on their feet. Deely in with an underhook. Now switches to a front head position. Looking to snap Troyer forward, and he does. Gets to 2. And now he's looking for back points. He gets a 2 count, so there's no near fall.
And how about that? Harvey with the pin at 220. It's now 35-35. It's going to come down to the heavyweights.
And there's the fall.
Dealey gets the pin.
Dealey of Independence, 4th in the state, ranked, gets a fall over Lester Troyer of Cardinal.
That should make the score 55-18, Independence's favor there. And now we'll wait to see who wins over there between Kirtland and Harvey. It's going to come down to that heavyweight match.
And that's going to be an interesting one because Deemer, right now, I mean, he's at 230 pounds, whereas the Harvey wrestler, Derek McGarvey, is, well, he's 251. That's not a huge weight difference at the heavyweight division, but it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Right, we're going to sign off from this dual meet as we prepare for the finals here, which should take place in about 15 minutes. So check back with us. We'll be back for the winner of the Kirtland-Harvey match against Independence. Signing out for Ohio Varsity, I'm Steve Hare.
I'm Dan Cosme.
We'll see you in 15.